Okay, let me show you how to pass and return with methods. So I keep doing this thing where I do black white equals not black white, and I just frankly don't frickin' like that thing. Right? Like it's annoying to me to write this kind of weirdness. So if I wanted a more explicit way to do this, I'm going to make a flip method. Right? And what do I want that flip method to do? Yeah, I want to explicitly write the black white equals not black white. So I'm going to get a Boolean, right? I'm going to take a Boolean, and then I'm going to return a different Boolean, specifically the opposite, right? So to get something back from a method, you just tell it what you want. So I want a Boolean, right? And then you name your method. So what are you going to name your method? I'm going to call my method flip. Let's just call it flip so we don't have too many words in here. So I'm going to call it flip. What do I intend it to take? Good. I intend it to take I intend it to take black white, right? What type is black white? Boolean. So I want it to take a Boolean, and I'm going to call that Boolean the temporary black white. You guys with that? That black white, right, is a global variable up here. Meaning that there's kind of an easier way for me to do this. I could just write a method that didn't return anything that just flipped it. Right? But I want to demonstrate returning. So I'm going to return a Boolean from the method flip, and the method flip is going to take a Boolean that I'm going to call temp black white in that method. Okay, now it's yelling at me. It's like you have to actually return a Boolean here. You guys see that? It says this method must return a result of type Boolean. Right, so in here, I might write my if statement. Like, if something else, something else. What's your if? Yeah, if the thing is true, right? So, if temp black white equals true, then what do you want it to do? I did in the, it's right here. This is actually a type declaration. So this is telling you that I'm going to receive a Boolean and I'm going to call that thing temp black white. Yeah, so I'm going to set it to true or false when I pass it the variable. Yeah, so my claim is that you guys already do this fairly often. You don't ever get anything back, but you pass stuff all the time. Like all these guys, like the size method, it passes 2 integer values, or 2 float values, really. The background passes a bunch of different kinds of things, right? But one of those kinds of things is a value between 0 and 255. The no-stroke method doesn't have an argument, so I don't pass it anything. You guys kind of with me on that? Like, I'm used to passing things, and this is a little bit funny, right? But wait for it, and then we'll get there. So, if the thing I pass the flip method is true, what do I want to do with it? Yeah, I want to flip it, right? So I want to return, and what do you want to return? Yeah, so this is if the thing you passed is true, what you want to return is false. You guys with that? And otherwise, you should return true. guys with this? Okay, so if I go back up here, I want to set black-white equal to the result from flipping black-white. You guys see what I'm doing there?
So you're calling the flip method on the black-white boolean, which gets filled in for the temp black-white, whatever the value is?
Yep. Yeah, so I'm saying, hey, method flip, act on the Boolean black-white. And then it's saying, okay, the way I act on a Boolean, right, is I put the Boolean that you gave me into this temp black-white, and then I test, is it true? And if it's true, I return false, and otherwise I return true. You guys with that? And this is kind of, wow. So, is that going to work? Hopefully. Cool. You guys see that? So, my claim is you guys know lots of things that take variables. Right? All the little methods that we call, like rectangle. Like, rectangle takes variables. Right? It takes a couple floats and a couple more floats. But it really takes 4 floats. So if I wanted to rewrite the rectangle method, could you do that?
Yep.
Find it first. What do you mean?
And processing forward.
Oh, no way. You can rewrite the rectangle method by hand.
Oh.
It's kind of annoying because it has a fill part of it, right? And I don't really know how the fill part works, but at the very least, I could rewrite the triangle method or something. You guys see that? Like, what would the rectangle method look like? And I'm not actually going to write this thing, but if I wanted the rectangle method, do I want it to pass anything back? No, I don't need anything back from it, so I'd do void, and I'd call it, like, draw rect or something. Right? And then what would I expect it to take? Yeah, I want 4 floats, probably. Or we could make an integer rectangle that only takes integers. That would also be fine. Right? So whatever you need, and we do, like, float x, comma, float y, comma, float wide, comma, float long. Oh, and it doesn't like float long, right? Because why doesn't it like long in there? Yeah, because long's a variable type, you dummy. That's a protected word. You can't use that. So we can use ling or tall. Tall's probably better. And then it's whining because the values of these parameters aren't used, right? You guys see that? What if I wanted something like, oh, in the Growballs method, we wanted a distance, right?